Everyone can create an open educational resource. Hello, I'm Harry St.Ours, and I got my MFA in stone carving in 1974, and quickly learned there was little demand for 7th century technologies in the teaching field. So I began teaching calligraphy and typography, two other passions of mine, moving me firmly into the 15th century. But soon, my exploration of communication design techniques would introduce me to the world of digital design. It was around then I got my first Mac, an SE with the SuperDrive. I still have it, and I remember fondly teaching art and design with that old machine, Mac Paint, Mac Draw, Mac Write. Aldous PageMaker was released around this time too. You may know it as the beginning of modern desktop publishing. And soon after, we got Adobe Illustrator for great vector graphics. But then came Photoshop. Finally, we could make cat pictures, if your school could afford a $10,000 scanner. By the mid-1980s, I found myself teaching computer art skills to K-12 and high ed art and design teachers. It was rough going at first. Many of these folks were just learning how to use a mouse, but the future of visual communication and education itself opened before our eyes in that little Apple IIGS lab. Today, we've come to realize that the academic world is moving to digital textbooks at all levels. Just read the news online, if you can get through the junk of a standard web page. Isn't that crazy? Hold on, let me use the reader view. There, that's better. The reader view on the Safari browser for Mac or PC strips away the junk, leaving you with just the article you're after. I love this. Use it every day. So what we know is that OERs are changing the way educational content is being delivered, not in the future, but right now. Open educational resources empower students. They reduce cost, allow for frequent updates, and bypass impersonal traditional publishers who, let's face it, are only in this business for the profits. In fact, you probably have a complete textbook worth of materials, locked up in course syllabi and lesson handouts, ready to publish right now. Or perhaps you have a stack of lessons, carefully organized over the years with handwritten notes, post-its, and maybe even carbon copies and mimeos. Today, things have certainly changed. I know the technology can still be daunting for many, intimidating even, but it doesn't need to be. Today's open educational resources can be as simple as exporting your existing files as a PDF or an EPUB, or as complicated as a state-of-the-art multi-touch textbook, which, in a remarkably short time, has revolutionized the way students learn and the way teachers teach. Over the past few years, I've developed materials from my Digital Tools for the Visual Arts college course into a comprehensive suite of OER instruments, including a 600-page PDF, a multi-touch iBook, a full-featured review website, and an iTunes U MOOC, a massive open online course now serving over 8,000 enrollees. Each format uses much of the same materials, varying the design content to serve online, on-site, and hybrid classes, and it's not as difficult to create as you may think. The simplest and easiest place to begin, of course, is with word processing software, like Microsoft Word, and for Mac users, it's got to be Pages. You're probably familiar enough with Word to do a decent job right now. Word, we know, has some fairly decent basic templates that get you up and running fast. Simply drag and drop or import your images and media into the placeholders and type or copy and paste your text. Use it right out of the box or customize the design. Word gives you all the tools you'll need to add your own personal touches. Word lets you export in a variety of ways, of course, not just doc files. And as you know, one of the most versatile formats is PDF, a real workhorse. In many cases, PDFs are enough to share your work with your students on a server, via Dropcopy or AirDrop, or however you distribute files. And with a PDF, you have the best of both worlds, shareability and printability. Pages, part of the iWork suite, is one of my favorite free Mac apps. It has amazing templates for any need. So I'll usually start with one of Apple's great layouts, then evolve my own design. Pages has great editing tools and a variety of formats for export. Pages is constantly updated too, and recently with enough great features, including support for sketches, as to make it a fantastic digital book creator. But for image-rich textbooks, simple word processing software isn't always up to the task. For that, you need slideshow software. There is real power in the many slideshow presentations you may have already developed with PowerPoint or Keynote for your class lessons, and they can be easily compiled for wider distribution. PowerPoint you probably know, just like Word but horizontal, and with transitions. Use the provided templates, or create your own designs with drag and drop ease. My best advice for slideshows is keep it simple. A few words, a single image, or a well-aligned grid. And always credit your photos, please. I export my slideshows to PDFs to distribute to my students, but you can also output your work to folders of individual image files, one for each page, using standard image formats like JPEG or PNG. These are easier to share or print and useful in editing your textbook. For you Mac users, I recommend Keynote. Keynote is how we weaponize presentations, and it's the professional secret to amazing slideshows. With deeply beautiful templates created by real designers and astounding support for output. Keynote works much like PowerPoint, and it even opens and saves in the PowerPoint format. But that's pretty much where the similarities end. Keynote has all the granular text and image control you'd ever need using standard Apple tool palettes. But beyond that, the animation and transition capabilities are out of this world and far superior to PowerPoint. You can export your Keynote presentations to PDFs, of course, and the secret for top-notch output, whether in Keynote or PowerPoint, is to use the best image quality output available, or export a stack of image files, or convert the slideshow into a self-playing movie file for your YouTube page or for multi-touch books. And Keynote is completely compatible with PowerPoint and HTML formats. Of course, your PDF is the real prize, now packaged and perfect for local class distribution or beyond. Your website is another good source for your OER. These days, your class probably has a web presence of some sort, and you may have a good bit of material there that can be used. But for my class website, I have built a more robust set of materials, including, among other goodies, an interactive syllabus with a link to the class's complete PDF and multi-touch textbooks, and a review of all the semester's lessons, including 45 slideshows in more than 800 pages with nearly 1,500 graphics. I create a lot of websites for my school, my community, and my personal and professional interests. A good web presence is essential for sharing and building an audience, allowing for intricate social media links to help spread the word about your coursework and publications. Between your syllabus, few slideshow presentations, and maybe even a website, you have your own personal OER that you can customize just for your students. For more advanced OERs like multi-touch books and iTunes U MOOCs, you may need to heavy up your skills a bit. For example, for wider distribution, there are several good free apps for creating electronic textbooks. Among them are Kindle's Textbook Creator, RedJumper's Book Creator, and Apple's iBooks Author. Kindle is trying to break into the textbook market with their Textbook Creator. It's in beta now and not very full-featured, but it's a start and it's cross-platform. Just open practically any file into the free Kindle Textbook Creator app. PDFs look great, by the way. And then add audio, video, and image pop-ups to enhance the learning experience. Use the built-in previewer to see how your book appears on a range of Kindle devices and free Kindle reading apps before you save your package. Once your book is ready, you can export and upload it to Kindle Direct Publishing in their proprietary KCB format, and potentially reach tens of millions of Amazon customers. Customers who purchase your Kindle textbook on Amazon will have access to great educational features too, like notebook, flashcards, and dictionary. To publish to Kindle, you'll need to create a free account at Kindle Direct Publishing, or you can use your existing Amazon Prime account if you have one. Then choose an option in the Create New Title area and follow the prompts. Enter all the required info, including a catchy description, into the ebook details section. Make your own cover or use Kindle's cover creator software to help. Add the book content in practically any format and choose your price. You can offer your textbook for free, but Amazon prefers you charge at least a minimal amount and makes free offerings a bit more difficult. Within a few days of submission, your book will go live in Amazon's Kindle store, like my sci-fi adventure series here. And that's a real thrill, I can tell you, even for experienced e-authors. Book Creator by Red Jumper is a great way for teachers and kids to make books for distribution right on their tablet devices. Books are fun and easy to create, and you can add your own musical accompaniment, voice narration, and video to your book. There are some surprisingly sophisticated controls for page layout and design, too, and you can export as PDF or movie files, and is free for Android and iOS devices. But for multi-touch books, your only real choice today is iBooks Author. It's Mac only for now, but it comes with a beautiful array of useful templates. It's the software I use to create the multi-touch companion iBook for my digital tools class. The interface contains a familiar blend of options, and you can edit your multi-touch book with some very powerful tools. In iBooks Author, widgets are the secret weapon that helps place rich media content into your iBook. End of chapter reviews, photo galleries, motion media, slideshow presentations, HTML snippets, and much more. I love working with this app. Build chapters and sections based on your table of contents. I use my syllabus as a reference for that. And just drag and drop images and copy and paste text like in any other app. In iBooks Author, you can preview while you work too, right on your Mac or iPad. When your book is complete, export into the iBooks format, or press the Publish button to put your work directly on the iBooks store. And click the link for more information about publishing with Apple. iTunes Producer is the app that gets your iBooks Author textbook published on the iBooks store. PC users can use the iTunes Connect website, which is cross-platform. iTunes Publishing works in much the same way as Kindle Publishing. On launch, you're prompted to log in using your free Apple ID, the same one you use for your iTunes purchases. Then choose either the book or the textbook template. On the Details tab, you get to enter the basics. Be sure to include a compelling description along with the other requested info. Also, here is where you add your book's cover art, along with up to 5 screenshots. Just drag and drop. Apple no longer requires an ISBN to publish your book, but you will need to supply tax information for sales. The price comes next. You can manually enable the territory checkboxes where you wish your book to go live, or supply a basic price for all. You can also easily choose to provide your book free of charge. My textbook is free, but you should consider at least a nominal price. You worked hard for every one of those words. In the Files section, drag and drop your completed book or EPUB file into the book field, and consider providing a shorter sample version of your work for previews and for pre-orders. Then click Submit. It may take a few minutes to upload, and a few days for Apple to review your new work, but nothing beats the feeling of seeing your work published, even if it's self-published, even if you offer it for free. And sometimes you're lucky enough to be featured. If you're interested in just how fabulous good multi-touch OER textbooks can be, I recommend you download the free Life on Earth Biology series by the famed educator E.O. Wilson. The art, animations, and videos will astound you. Kindle and the iBook Store aren't the only marketplaces for your OERs. There are many valuable sites where you can find curated OER collections and even upload your own work. Open Source, Edutopia, Educause, OER Commons are just a few. A simple Google search, or maybe a chat with your colleagues, will help you find more. The ultimate writing tool, however, especially for those of you fond of long-form work, is Scrivener, a cross-platform app created by the folks at Literature and Latte. Of course, you can distribute your OER files for free, but if you have that great American novel languishing in a desk drawer somewhere, pull it out and try Scrivener. With Scrivener, you have a variety of robust formats and all the granularity to produce the most specific of word-based layouts, from biographies, histories, essays, fiction, scripts, and more. And with Scrivener, you can compile your work into a myriad of publication-ready formats, like PDF, EPUB, MOBI, HTML, and much, much more. Scrivener is the software I use to write, format, and publish my sci-fi adventure series. For commercial books like these, there are numerous vendors for digital format books: Google Play, Barnes & Noble Nook, Sony Kobo, and of course, Kindle and iBooks. Together, they're the largest ebook sellers by far. If you're an Adobe user, its publication design software, InDesign, is great for print-on-demand books. With InDesign, you have the full range of layout and design options available to professionals today. It now supports rich media like movie and sound files, and you can learn enough in a few minutes to create a beautiful book layout, or study a bit further to get more adept. There's plenty of tutorials online, or take a class. If you've made a stack of image files, from a slideshow for example, you can use them here, one per page, or use original images along with text captions for great result in a static facing pages layout. InDesign allows for a range of useful export options too, including the standards PDF and EPUB. For many uses, that might be enough. Many companies now offer great print-on-demand services with high-quality output, and all you need is a PDF layout, like the one you can make in InDesign. Photographers and designers particularly use these services to drop-ship inexpensive sample books to clients. Prices are competitive for a wide range of book sizes and styles, from small paperbacks to deluxe coffee table hardbound books. Your last step would be to make full use of iTunes U and create the ultimate open educational resource, your own personal MOOC, a massive open online course. Dozens of schools and institutions offer MOOCs either independently or through iTunes U. Download the iTunes U app for your iOS device and check them out. To create a course, begin with the iTunes U Course Manager website and log in using your Apple ID. Then take a look at the features before proceeding. Even if your school is not affiliated with the iTunes U program, you can publish privately and invite students to attend. Simply click Create New Course to begin. Edit your info, then upload your materials, create your posts, which are easy to edit, and enter your admin info. Multiple authors can now be listed as collaborators. Finally, review your course on your iPad. Swipe through your lessons and see if the flow has the feeling you want, and of course, make corrections or updates at any time. So that's it. Assembling your content itself isn't hard, just a little time-consuming maybe, and there's a ton of resources out there to help you along. So get out there and build your own personalized, easily updatable, class-driven OER. Benefit yourself and empower your students. You know enough already to get started. Just do as much as you can figure out and then maybe learn a little more. Delve as deep as your curiosity will take you and share it with the world. And if you're interested in learning more about iBooks Author, Keynote, and Pages, and teaching strategies with the Mac or iPad, I recommend the free Apple Teacher program at appleteacher.apple.com. It's a fantastic overview of all the cool tools used in today's K through 20 classrooms. With a deep reservoir of helpful information and an amazing array of learning resources. Plus, if you complete the lesson reviews online and earn badges, and who doesn't like badges, you can become a certified Apple teacher. And please stay in touch. Friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to help. And feel free to share your success stories. Now, get out there and put a dent in the universe, because everyone can create an open educational resource.